First, we're gonna talk about verses. We have a verses for the first time in I don't know how long. Uh, Mike Will made it versus Hit Boy. So what was your first impressions of when you heard that was gonna be the one?
I was just glad we were getting back to producer versus producer because that's
Mhm.
how it originally started during COVID. And then somehow along the way, once it got popular, and I guess once it got sold to Apple, that's when we start kind of doing artist versus artist. And I think when you do artist versus artist, you're in a window. But once you do producer versus producer, you get all kind of music. So I'm just glad that we're back on producer versus producer.
Yeah, I agree, and I hope they stay here for a while, especially for like the music heads. Like,
Mhm.
if you rock with a producer, you know all their stuff, and they have produced some of your favorite music. So it's like, they should probably once this does well, and I think it will do well. I hope they stay here for a second. Um, when you think about, you know, I know Hit Boy was on here before, and he had lost to someone else. I can't remember who that was. But what was your first impression about who was going to come out the victor of this? Besides, before even looking at um, the catalog, the discographies.
The first thing I thought about was producer tags coming
Hmm.
in, like,
Yep.
what songs had more of Mike Will made it. So it was just
Hmm.
like off rip, I kind of was like, it's gonna be good, but I don't know. Like, I'm not saying this is gonna be bad. I'm just saying I think I'm gonna just say one is just more into the culture. I'll say that.
Who was that?
I feel like Mike Will, I think he has more cultural hits. I don't know
Okay.
why.
No, I agree. I think when I first heard it, and I've heard like all these other podcasts saying that Mike Will made it run away, but the hits we talking about from him are in the 2010s. They kind of dated now.
Hmm.
And I went back and listened to them, and they kind of sound dated.
Yeah,
Some of them.
I can see that.
So we gonna see how that plays in that on that stage.
But
But when I first heard it, go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, I just think both of them, both though, they level each other out. Like one might got Beyonce, the other got Beyonce. So now it's like,
Mhm.
oh, who got the better Beyonce hit? One might got Kanye, the other got Kanye. So who had the better Kanye hit? So I really think that these two were a perfect match because
Mhm.
they love each other out so well.
Yeah, I agree with that. But my first knee jerk reaction was that Hit Boy has done a lot of my favorite more recent stuff, and I
Hmm.
was like, okay, I think he got it hands down. But to your point, they both have big Ye records, big Beyonce records. I think Hit Boy got some, well, and Mike Will has some Hove records as well.
Hmm.
But the thing about Mike Will is he got Ray Shrimmer, and they
Yeah,
got some hits, dog. So it's gonna be interesting to see because some people gonna show up. I'm sure Ray Shrimmer gonna show up.
right.
Um, he's got some relationships in the industry to where if they show up, it might kind of make Mike or Hit Boy look a little way. So,
And I'm thinking, unless Hit Boy gonna bring out Nas,
because I don't even know who else he would bring out.
bring
Like,
out Nas, then I don't know. But
yeah.
I think with Ray Swimmer, I think that's really gonna I feel like he gotta kick off with them. It only
Hmm.
makes sense. But, he do have I can see that where his hits are kinda more dated, and now we gotta think back to today, like, if it came out today, would those still be hits?
Right, right. Yeah. I mean, he really dominated the 2010s, and it was like, okay, but Hit Boy's doing his things in the back half of 2010s, early 2020s. He's been like really pushing out a lot of music with Nas, like you mentioned. He did Benny the Butcher's first album, and to me and those who listen to Griselda a lot, that might be the best put together album from Griselda. And so that was just him and Benny. He made all the beats. That's damn near a classic in my eyes. And
So
so
dope. Yeah.
that's why when I heard this, I'm like, man, Hit Boy, he's more recently been killing this. So yeah, you want to do the exercise and like go through their biggest songs and see what we like?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's start with Mike Will because I've been talking about Hit Boy. So and stop me when you want to say something about a specific record. But Black Beatles, okay song. Oh, and another thing about Mike Will, he got a lot of Gucci shit. right?
That early Gucci, that early OJ
Oh,
Gucci. That's why I said culturally, at 2 standpoints, to be honest, but one is culturally and one is, like, variety hit-wise.
mhm.
So that's kinda where I'm at.
Yeah, yeah. But, but to Mike Will's point, he got variety too. He got Miley Cyrus on this too, you know what I'm saying?
He
So if he
does.
br you ain't fucking with that?
Hey, she can pop out, but, I mean, Hit Boy got some Disney Channel stars too.
For sure, for sure, for sure.
So they just level out so well, you just don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So let's start, Mike Will made it, Black Beatles, Ray Sherman. Like this is taking me back to a time of what was the mannequin challenge and they might fuck around and do that shit there. You know what I'm saying? Like they might
Okay.
fuck around. They might fuck around and do that.
Just
And then the
scared of
whole crowd and the whole
just scared.
crowd gon' pause and shit. So, No Tight, Mercy. I'm gonna skip that Miley Cyrus because I don't even know that one.
I know that
Uh,
one. It's cute.
Word. No Lie, obviously. But you can see how these songs might
Mhm.
gonna sound a little dated. Bands, that still should probably go off. Love Me. Now that song was one of my favorite Wayne. And then so this was at the time when Drake and Future were at their peak
Mhm.
together. And they had Wayne on there. Love that song. Love that song. That was one of the songs of the summer of 2013.
Definitely. That's when I graduated high school, so yeah.
Yeah, that's probably taking you back to
It is. And
yeah.
a little bit of race swimmer, like, back in 2015, that was, like, the peak of spring break.
Mhm.
So, we played a lot of their songs, I was going to Panama City, everybody is blasting their stuff just to see the girls twerk.
For sure. Shout out to Ray Sherman for the twerking
Okay.
music that they made. Man, shout out to them. The clubs during that time. Woo. Yes. Off the chain. Where'd you go to college?
I went to Alabama State, and then I went to Troy University.
Okay. Cool. So you stayed in Alabama pretty much. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool, cool. Okay. And then so no flex zone, Ray Sherman. Throw some mode to your twerking point. Jesus. That's the one. And then we get into the Beyonce, the Formation. You got a diamond one with French, Unforgettable.
That's
Um,
a banging song, right? They did it right there.
Woo,
I can't lie.
yeah,
That's
that
it.
one still go off. I think So yeah, you want to finish up the list?
Alright, so we got, Body Party by Ciara, Turn
Mm-hmm.
on the Lights by Future, Pull It Up, which is really Bands That Make Her Dance, but hey, that's a 2 for 1 because it's the same beat. You're gonna have to go listen to it. You're
Damn,
gonna have to go listen to it. Same beat. She just redid it, put her own little spin, so yeah.
this boy didn't work with the biggest artists of our time. Like this is crazy. The shit he got. And I'm not even this King's Dead song. I probably know it if I hear it, but it's not ringing a
Yeah,
bell.
not a top 10.
Yeah, not at all. So, and he got a lot more joints, but we just kind of going over the ones that like are his biggest songs. Um,
Mhm.
all right, you want to start off with Hit Boy's biggest
Yeah.
songs,
Alright, we got Niggas in Paris with Jay-Z and Kanye
which let's stop.
at 8. So now it's like with that one, you would have to pair Mercy with it, I believe. I think that's how you would have to pair it for the verses. I know who gonna win, and they
He
just
can't.
level out. They just level out.
You can't put Mercy up to the niggas in Paris. I don't believe.
Alright, you can put it with Click. Okay, we got Click on here with Kanye, Jay-Z, and Big Sean. We got Sicko Mode by Travis Scott.
Now hold on.
Drop
Let's stop again. Let's stop again. Cause niggas in Paris, sicko mode.
Mhm.
First of all, these beats, let's talk about these beats like in hip hop history. They are one of those beats that you'll never forget and are
Definitely
very
Sicko.
hard to make. Both of them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, those are to me, we talk about a lot about when you do verses like automatics. I think those are two automatic wins. Like I
Mhm.
don't think he has anything that could go against either one of these songs because it's got the three, I mean, really the three biggest hip hop artists maybe ever.
Right. Yeah.
You know, Hove, Ye, and Drake, and Travis is in there somewhere, but I don't consider him of that ilk. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
But in those 2 songs, you see what I'm saying? So it's just different.
it is. With this being producer versus producer, I think that's something that we have to keep more in mind anyways is the beats.
Mhm.
Because, we get back to the original, what it was really there for anyways, producer versus producer. So we can't forget, hey, I flipped this and made this and here you go. And now we got a diamond hit.
Right. Yeah. So let's go back down. He got any diamond? He got Black Beatles went diamond and then Unforgettable went diamond. Okay. But I don't think those songs are on the same level as Niggas in Paris and Sicko Mode personally. But okay. You want to keep going?
Yeah. Drop the World by Lil Wayne featuring Eminem. What was the other Lil Wayne? What was the Lil Wayne song for Mike Will? It was Love Me.
Love Me. Ooh, I got Love
Mhm.
Me for sure.
Right. Freestyle by Kendrick Lamar.
You
Goldie
like
by A$AP Rocky.
you think that backseat freestyle is gonna get played?
Yeah, it's Kendrick
Okay.
Lamar. I feel like so.
Yeah.
I feel like it is.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it might win a round because of what Kendra's been doing lately.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Let's see. Racks in the Middle by Nipsey Hussle. Sorry by Beyonce. Flawless by Beyonce. Feeling Myself by Nicki Minaj featuring Beyonce.
Oh my
Trophy.
God.
Okay. He just writing it up. Trophies by Drake. Ultra Black by Nas. What You Need by Don Toliver. And Texas Hold'em by Beyonce.
Listen, this is what I'm saying. Yo, this man got legitimate. He's gonna win. I am going on
Yeah.
record like now. These are okay. So I think the quantity is there with Mike Will, but the
Mhm.
quality of what Hit Boy is doing is just on another
Right.
level. And
You right.
so when these songs start ringing off, it's gonna be a problem. Mike Will he gonna start looking in his bag like, damn, like what the fuck do I go? You know what
He
I'm
just
saying?
played
So
he right, he gonna be like, "He just played so and so, who I got now?" Like, Gucci Man, you can't really do that. You can't do that. Love Gucci Man, but you can't really pull that one out for these type of people,
yeah,
these type of artists. So I think we kinda in the same boat when it comes to who might win.
yeah,
Because to me, again, for me, Mike Will is more cultural for us, but I think Hit Boy just has the bigger records.
yeah. I really hope some Griselda stuff by Hit Boy plays because those is some of my favorite records of the last 5 years are on there, still in rotation. But let's talk about these Beyonce records. Like,
Okay.
first of all, I believe Beyonce is, in terms of artist ever, it's Mike and then it's her. In my
Mhm.
opinion, I've gone to Beyonce concerts. The first Beyonce concert I ever went to, it was in Atlanta, and I was getting some food in the concession stand, and the lights went off because she was about to come out, and the scream I heard like from these women to see this woman made me think like, this is different. This is something
Mhm.
different. But then you just see her work ethic, all the documentary. I could talk about Beyonce, for hours, and to have these songs on this artist, the ilk of these songs is kind of crazy. I'm sorry to cut you off, but what you want to say about these ones?
No, I love Beyonce music, so I feel like these are some of her top hits, especially with Sorry, Texas Hold'em being one of her newest hits, so he's still carrying it over with Beyonce. It's not something I did once and just dropped
Hmm.
off. He's still making hits with Beyonce. I love Beyonce music. So I look, she does no wrong in my book when it comes to music. And for him to just keep making hits after hit after hit with just Beyonce, I think that really puts you somewhere.
Yes. There's no chance she shows up to this, right? No. Let me be real. I'm sorry for even asking that.
She might do like a video call, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, but probably not, I guess. I don't
Uh-uh.
know. Yeah, but it does say, they call, a couple artists when they in the lab.
Mhm.
Hit Boy is one of them. They'll call Frank Ocean. You know, the guys that are like uber fucking talented that can make you a crazy hit. You know what I'm saying? And that just
Right.
speaks to the level of producer that Hit Boy is. I think so. What about this Don Toliver song? Are you hip on that one? I don't know that one.
I don't know that one.
Okay. All right. So I think we aligned. I think, you know, the knee jerk reaction from the culture, it seems like that Mike Will was gonna take it, but looking through these songs, are we in agreement that it's, you know, Hit Boy, like he got a leg up?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Well, excited for that. I think it's January 30th is the day.
Mhm.
So that should be a good night.